your biggest achievement this year, so you have to say it. Please say it. Please.
What, we started the Safe Lounge?
No, what's bigger than
This
the
is
Safe Lounge? Come on.
this is a big achievement.
Come on.
This is it.
No.
And I graduated.
Woohoo!
Graduated.
Continue.
No, that's
Please. No, people need to know that. People need to know. Guys, I have an intelligent friend. Yeah, you need to tell them. This is like the highlight of 2024.
I think you can
Come
say
on.
it because you're more excited about it than I am.
No, you have to say. You have to own it. Own it, girl. You never know who's watching.
Eh?
You never know who's watching.
Okay.
Because anyway, this will give us credibility in the streets. Tell them.
I'm done. I am undone. What is wrong with you?
Oh, because some people would think that we're just out here, you know. Welcome back to the Safe Lounge. I'm Yesha Marilyn.
And I'm Caroline. Welcome back, guys.
Yes, and we are wrapping the year, the last episode of 2024.
Wow. I mean, that feels so good. Just saying it feels so good.
Yeah, we made it. And this is, you know what I like about 2024, right? Is I wanted to say it doesn't feel so good to say end of 2024 to me.
Okay.
But what I like about 2024 is that we planned on doing something and we actually did it. The Safe Lounge.
Finally.
Like, I mean,
after
yeah.
like if you watch the first episode, you would understand. Like we planned this for so many years. And so to see it come to fruition.
To see 2024 being the year that we are ending the year with at least 500 subscribers on YouTube. And
wow, speaking in faith.
Speaking it into existence. Guys, come on, we can do it. Just 500.
Just
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
500, guys.
That's it.
Let's
in hundreds.
Let's just do a good thing. Like, just do something good for 2024. Just ask your friends to subscribe. And we just want to reach 500 subscribers. We're not being overzealous here, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But overally, I'm grateful for the Safe Lounge. I'm grateful that we're here today. We're talking about it. We're recording. I'm not as camera shy as I was before.
Like when we started, it really was awkward.
It was.
It was awkward. Like, I don't know. I think you can only understand it when you've done it.
Yeah.
Because
it's hectic. And also just the preparation of it, like getting into because it's not every day that you wake up feeling like, oh my God, I want to be in front of the camera. I want to record. I want to. And in as much as it might not look like it, especially on Caro's side, on my part, well, maybe not so much, but on her side, she does put in a lot of work.
I try.
She actually, she tries.
I try.
So it's that also that it might not look like it, but then it is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you know how this came about was we were trying to reflect. And I think you guys, we can go on this journey together to reflect on the year, on 2024.
It'll be actually interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
To have people reflecting. Now, what we realized was the initial temptation, I don't know if that's the right word, but initial reaction might be to look at it negatively.
Negatively,
right?
As we normally do, right? Like when you think of something, not to go deep or anything like that, but then when you think of something, like when you think of a person, right, usually if they had done something wrong towards you, it's the first thing that comes to your mind.
Someone was saying, people, you can go outside, right? People will tell you like you meet 7 people telling you nice things about your outfit, for example, or about you. And then one person says one negative thing and you will dwell on that.
Yeah.
And that's what you will keep thinking, that maybe I should have done it this way, maybe. And then like our brain, we're talking about this, that the brain, there's a statistic that is there online that says that our brain focuses on negative thoughts 75% of the time. And that's a huge number.
It is. It's a huge number. To think that only 25% of the time are you thinking of good things, of positive things. Otherwise, 75% of the time you're thinking what could go wrong, what went wrong, what this is wrong, what this is bad. Oh my God.
Because they were saying that the mind is constantly assessing your environment to see if you're in danger.
Okay, so we kind of need that, but then
it's a protective measure,
but it's to a fault.
Yeah, it's to a fault. Yeah.
Okay, so that being said, we were talking about 2024 prior to this episode, right? We were talking about 2024, and when we started this conversation, we were like, "Oh my God, 2024, it has been rough." To be honest,
it's been a lot of ups and downs. It's been a lot of drama.
On your part, it's been drama. Like you have actually, when I don't think 2024 was that bad for you.
All I know is that it was
dramatic. Like you had I would actually put it as an exciting year. Because a lot was going on. Yeah, a lot was going on your part. But for some of us, 2020 was just like, meh. And it's like, as we were going, it was like, okay, here we go. Down, 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 down. Okay, not rock bottom, but anyway, we go up a little bit and then we go back again. So for me, 2020 was just, 2024 was just,
because my when I thought about it, right, I was thinking at like, am I really where I wanted to be
yes.
At the beginning of the year, what I thought, I might have achieved and where my life would be going by the end of the year. And it wasn't that. So I was feeling down about it. And I think some people out there, if you're listening to us, you might be in such a situation.
Where
right?
You're like, oh my God, what did I set so many goals, like probably set 10 goals and you've only achieved 1.
If you're some of those people who write their goals down just before the year starts, or, your New Year's resolutions and stuff.
Around this time of the year, you're writing it down.
You're determined that you will lose 20 kgs. And,
well, you might just lose 3.
But the thing, though, is the year has 12 months. And so...
Are you trying to say that you could at least lose a kg a month?
No. Okay. That's not where I'm going.
I mean, I put in the work. I tried. But, well, here we are.
We're going...
It's December.
I think what helps is let's celebrate the small wins.
Yes, let's do. Even if you lose 200 kgs a month, 200 grams a month.
200 kgs a month.
Even if you lose 200 grams a month, it's okay. It's progress because you could have gained 200 grams.
Right. And so
if
weight
helps, loss is your goal. Because we have different
goals. But what helps, like, if you are not able to do this with someone, get you a journal and start writing down the positive things that happened during the year. And you might find that you will actually be grateful for some of the things that you have gone through.
Someone, have you ever set your New Year's resolutions with someone or shared them with someone, and then have you ever had an accountability partner when it comes to resolutions and goals?
I think I have, but we never actually pulled through with it. I think I did it once with someone, but we never pulled through on it.
What I know is I have had prayer points, but goals, I need to do better, especially considering that I'm actually married. Here I am. I'm like, no, but then that's the thing. That's the thing when you're like us, right? Whereby we start a year. Okay, this episode is going to be like haphazard because it's 2024 anyway we're talking about. But anyway, if you're like us, right, you start the year with like a list of prayer points that you're praying about and things like that. So it could be taken as part of the resolutions or the goals for the year because you're praying for something that you want to achieve. You're just committing certain things. Because the reason why I'm trying to explain this, I had some people arguing online. It was in a comment section actually, and they were talking about why people fast at the beginning of the year. If God if God already has a plan for your life, why do you have to fast for your life?
Okay.
And so I just wanted to clarify that the reason why we're fasting is just to commit our year into God's hands. It's just to say, God, take the wheel. Let your plan prevail over my life, not necessarily to try and change God's mind because he knows the plans that he has for us. So beginning of the year, when we set these goals and we let our petitions be known to God, it could count as a goal.
Yeah, because you're like for the things that you want to achieve,
that, yes,
you're going to present it before the Lord.
I do share because we are sitting down and we're writing this down, right? But then the accountability part now is where it's a bit shaky.
So maybe, would you say that that's something that you want to change and you want to try out for 2025?
Definitely, but
no, you can't start with a but.
No, like I'm thinking, right? I don't work well with being pushed towards something. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I want to feel like I want to do this. So if, for example, I set a goal, right? And then I have this person, how it works. Because if you're just pushing me like, so have you lost 5 kgs? Have you lost 5 kgs? Have you lost 5 kgs? I'm going to be demotivated.
Okay, so then maybe the accountability
needs to be defined in terms of what's the role of the other person on the other side.
Okay, maybe the way to tackle it would be you write down your goals, right? And then this is what I want to achieve. This is what you want to achieve. This is what we want to achieve, right? But how do we? So the question then becomes, how do I help you to achieve what you want to achieve? And how do you want me to help you so that the other person is clear on how they can assist you?
Yeah, I think that conversation has to be had because maybe that's why I shy away from having actually someone that I am accountable to because I don't want that pressure. So maybe if we have that conversation, or a way a friend has helped me in the past or has offered to help me in the past was not necessarily to constantly check up on me. But then, like, I would say that I want to have done this by December.
Right.
And then they're like, okay. In January, then they will check up on me and be like, so how did we do on that thing? For me, it was easier because it's after it. And it's only for me to then realize, okay, I had said I'm going to do this. I didn't do it. What then stopped me from achieving it? But it wasn't like someone is checking in. How far are we? Because...
But...
No, I mean it in the most positive way I could say it. Like,
No, because
you get it. Like, it's my life, so I still want to feel like I am leaving.
It's your goal, right?
Yes.
You have told me this is what you want to achieve. So I'm only trying to assist you, right? In the way that you have told me you want to be assisted.
No, isn't it? I said in the past I wasn't telling people how I want to be assisted.
So they were just helping you how they thought.
They would just help me how they thought was best. But then what that would end up doing to me is like, I feel like I'm being micromanaged.
Okay.
But now that we have spoken about this, I think this is how I'm going to go about it.
All right.
Also explaining to the person who I'm accountable to that this is how I want to be helped.
Yeah.
I would prefer quarterly reviews, not monthly reviews.
All right.
Something like that.
Okay.
If it's a quarterly goal, then monthly reviews, something like that, not weekly.
Okay.
I just don't want to be. Yeah. I still want to feel like I'm living my life on my terms.
Okay, we had that.
Okay.
It's okay. You can breathe.
Okay. And then we move on. So there we go with the resolutions, right? We're gonna. So are you going to try it? I spoke for myself. Do you think this coming year you would try that? Having someone, an accountability partner?
Hey.
Are you going to
Guys,
share your
is there anyone who wants to be my accountability partner?
I can't be. You doubt you would achieve them.
Yeah.
Guys, it's actually, you know what?
Yeah.
As part of my 2025 resolution,
Right.
I think I should put that.
Put what?
Being more assertive
Okay.
as a goal.
All right.
You get it?
No.
Because if I was more assertive, you'd be like, yes, you would hold me accountable. But now you know I won't hold you accountable.
See?
It's like,
Thank you.
but
Thank you for saying it on my behalf.
yeah, but then that's why I'm like, it's part of my, so allow me such that I can also achieve my 2025
Allah.
resolutions.
La. I'm not going to put my life on the line. No.
You know, like when that time when we're on ChatGPT, when I was checking my profile and everything, and then ChatGPT was like, you can mentor some people. I was like, is this something that I can do?
Yeah, why not?
It's that assertiveness. I need to work on that. Definitely, I need to.
There are things that come naturally to you, though, that you do without effort. So you can help people in those areas, but then some things.
Like holding you accountable for your goals. Maybe that's why I was never a prefect. You know, I was never a prefect.
But me too. I was never a prefect.
Because we're the same.
No.
You're judging me, but
No. We're not the same.
we're the same.
No. No. I'm no such.
I'm better.
Without saying it. But
anyway, guys, this is us. So guys, you can check in on us in 2025 to see where we will be when it comes to these things.
so yeah, around you. If you have trouble like writing down your goals and then following through on it, find somebody, an accountability partner where you guys can help each other and motivate each other to move towards your goals.
And let it be someone that you respect. I think the problem why even Caroline cannot have me as an accountability partner is because she doesn't respect me. So she's not going to be shy. If she didn't achieve it, she's just going to be like, I didn't work. Then it needs to be someone that you look up to.
I actually respect you.
As a human being, yes, you do. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway,
What is this, Yani? What?
but I know you guys get it, right? What I'm trying to say. And she gets it. So, yeah. But anyway, the point that I was trying to say is when you're thinking of this person, right? Let it be someone that you actually I don't know, maybe look up
Like
to.
a mentor or something.
A mentor or someone that you know has walked the walk, has done it, or
But you know, the other day I was, who was I? I don't know who I was talking to, and I was saying the problem with some things that we go through is sometimes you can't find somebody who has gone through that path.
because people don't talk about issues.
Not necessarily.
But that's a major one. Actually, if we didn't have, like, imagine if we didn't have this podcast, right? Do you think that people would know the things that we've been?
No.
Yeah. So it's because people don't know. So it's difficult for you to then just assume unless you've had them talking about it. Like there've been several times where you're thinking, okay, who can I go to for mentorship or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But because you don't know.
I think that the issue there is you'll never know certain things until you get close to someone, and then you get to know about, certain intricate things about the person.
That's what,
But for some things, that are not very common, like, for example, my career projections, right? There is nobody within my vicinity who has gone through the things that I want to go through,
No, but then, no, but I actually know someone, you see? I know someone.
I like the excitement, but anyway, we'll talk about it afterwards.
But then no, I was thinking why, because I have someone at the back of my mind. We'll talk about it after. But I get what you mean. Like when you look around, there is no one who wants to take the same. For me now, it's the opposite, right? There are so many people, but the people that I have reached out to haven't really been keen on helping. So that's career-wise.
But also, I think this brings about a topic that's very dear to me. And I weren't planning to talk about this. Maybe I'll have an episode to talk about it later. But the thing of mentorship and having mentees as well. Like, we have done a good job, especially within, I'll talk of our own particular community of, especially the Christian community that we are around, of, say, preaching the gospel, right? But there really isn't much discipleship going on. There are very few people.
We talked about it the other day, right?
Yeah, there are very few people who have the burden for other people, who want to really be involved in your life and disciple you to grow in specific areas.
Yeah.
They're very, very few, and it's difficult to...
It's always what you're saying, but then there's always this thing that you don't reach out.
No, that's not always the case.
But it's always talked about, right? Like the reason why, for example, the reason why I wouldn't have a mentor is because I haven't reached out.
I think there needs to be a blending, in my opinion.
Yes.
There needs to be a blending. Like, I reach out to you and you have to accept that I want to mentor this person, because it takes a certain level of care and to genuinely be interested in a person, to find out how they're doing. And, because it's time and effort, and where you are loved and the person cares for you, you genuinely know, and you want to keep them in your corner, to tell them, this is what has happened, this is what has happened. And sometimes it's difficult to have that conversation when you haven't achieved what you set out to achieve together.
Yes.
But I don't know. Like,
me too. That's a tough one. And several times I have planned or written down like specific people that I wanted to talk to about being
mentored.
I don't know. It just got scary along the way, but then it's my rejection issues, right? Yeah, they have been popping up a lot lately.
I would say that it could be that, because it's genuinely scary. It's not a thing that we do, that you go and say, can you be my mentor? It's not really a common thing that we do. But also, especially in our environment, people are busy with their lives.
Yeah.
People are genuinely busy. And so
that's what I was talking about.
To
like,
find
you have to
then
really go out. You have to be assertive. You have to really put yourself out there.
No, but then we cannot disregard.
For them to notice you.
We cannot disregard the fact that for some people you can try to put yourself to get yourself close to them, and they genuinely don't put in the effort. And so at the end of the day, it has to be reciprocal. You have to want. This person has to want. If they don't want and they don't put in any effort, at the end of the day, you're going to be like, hey, but why? Why should I continue to assert myself and put myself in this person's life when they are not themselves forthcoming?
So, guys, for me, if you want to be my mentee or mentor, I'm open.
Oh, this is a major milestone.
This is me being assertive. 2025, here I come. I told you. Wait for it. Anyway, what were some of the goals that you had set beginning of the, not goals, but then what are some of the highlights of 2024 for you? If you don't say it, I'm going to say it.
Okay, this one I'm really proud of. I decided that I was going to do, because I had been neglecting self-care quite a lot. I decided that I was going to go on a solo trip.
Oh yeah, and she did.
And I did. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself.
Girl was in Europe alone.
I went on a solo trip. I did. And sometime during the middle of the year, I just wanted to be myself, to be by myself, spend my time by myself, to pray, to go on a retreat.
This year,
I did it by myself.
You did the most by yourself.
And
for me, who was your travel buddy?
I'm sorry I neglected you.
I felt
but one of the major reasons,
I haven't been anywhere this year.
But one of the major reasons was at the end of the year last year, you guys traveled and I was busy with exams.
No, it wasn't end of the year.
It was end of the year.
No, when we traveled, it was in May.
Really?
Yes, and then we tried to travel together, right? Is it this year? Is it last year, 2023?
Was it in May when you guys traveled?
We traveled in May. It was during our birthday month, right? When we traveled.
Oh, yeah.
And then we tried to travel together. Was it?
End of the year, I was busy. I know I couldn't travel.
When did we attempt Georgia?
That was the previous year. That was the previous year.
We should do a story time on this. Definitely. Now that did something to our mental health, guys. When you see us, we're not okay.
Watch out for the story time.
Story time.
Travel to Georgia. It will come one of these days. You need to have your tissues with you and everything. But
Yeah. Okay.
so I'm proud that I took time to
travel.
travel. I took time to go for a retreat, to just spend time,
That was nice.
me and Jesus spending time. And then I did something that most people would not advise to do, but for me, I feel like, you know what it is. Most people would not advise me to do it, but I did it. And for me, I felt like I had broken a stronghold. I'd broken over this thing that had a hold, and I've been feeling free for the past few months.
What is it?
I've been feeling free for the past few months. If you don't get it, I can't help you with that. But I'm so proud of myself that I finally did it. Because I spoke about it for so many years and I didn't have the courage to do it. And I finally did it this year. That's the other thing that I'm proud of.
That. Oh, no, yes. Okay, yeah. That took me some time, man. That took me some time.
But anyway, unfortunately, I can't say it here. But I'm proud of myself for doing that. Yeah, it was not an easy thing. It was not an easy decision to come by. But it felt like a load has been lifted off my shoulders.
So if you're there and you've been trying to do something for years and you feel like you don't have the courage, trust me, you got it inside you. It's there. It's like deep down inside you, and you can do it. You just have to trust God, trust the process, and go for it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Come on. Are we going to ignore the well, according to me, this is like your biggest achievement this year, so you have to say it. Please say it. Please.
What, we started the Safe Lounge?
No, what's bigger than the Safe Lounge?
This is a big achievement.
Come on.
This is it.
No.
And I graduated.
Woohoo! Continue.
No.
Please. No, people need to know that. People need to know. Guys, I have an intelligent friend. Yeah. You need to tell them. This is like the highlight of 2024.
I think you can say it because you're more excited about it than I am.
No, you have to say it. You have to own it. Own it, girl. You never know who's watching.
Eh?
You never know who's watching.
Okay.
Guys, anyway, this will give us credibility in the streets. Tell them.
I'm done. I am undone. What is wrong with you?
No, because some people would think that we're just out here, we're not really passionate about this thing. Because some of us are accountants and they're like, oh no, what do you have to say about mental health? What do you have to say? Tell them you graduated with...
It's okay.
With distinction. Come on, man. In psychology.
We thank God.
We thank God.
We thank God.
Yeah. So 2024 was a good year, guys. It was a good year. The way I was so happy.
You were so happy.
And this was a reaction from day one. She didn't even go for the graduation.
I didn't even go for the graduation. But I am happy though.
Yeah.
I am happy.
No, that was a good...
Because it was something that I'd wanted to do for some time. And finally it happened.
Yeah.
So whilst there were some things that were downhill, just reflection makes you realize that there were some good things that happened during the year. What were some good things that happened for you?
The Safe Lounge. We started a company. Yeah, that was...
Why are you saying it like that? You see? Did you see that? Did you see?
No,
undermining yourself.
That's more of my... Like, I'm like the side... Like I'm like the supportive partner. Then, yeah.
But you guys did it.
Yeah, no, we
You
didn't.
did it.
That was really that for me. It's been because with the way the year ended up unfolding, right? If that hadn't happened earlier on, woo, imagine what 2024 would have been like. Maybe we wouldn't even be in UAE right now. So
But
it's part of that.
everything
happens.
it works together for
full
good.
cycle. So
It works together for good. So
that's
that's a major milestone. Do you know how many people want to start their companies or just dream of it?
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen. So kudos to you guys.
Yeah, that's 2024 for us. And then there is the drama of 2024. Now, if you ask me about the drama of 2024, like,
Yo.
I
think, yeah.
guys, all I can say is if you are at this point of the year 2024 and you're feeling like you've let yourself down or you didn't really do much, just know that you're not alone. We are many. There's so many of us who feel like, oh my God, it's been such a drag. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I achieve this? But what's important is taking it one step at a time and also realizing that sometimes delay is not denial. And even if it's denial, maybe it's because you were going on the wrong path and you just need to reroute and go in the right direction.
And you know what? The older you get, the more comfortable you get with the idea, not with the idea, but with the reality that life doesn't go the way you always thought that it would go.
Yeah.
That's okay. You like that realization should put you at ease.
Yes.
That it's not going to go like A, B, C, D like you plan. But somehow it will work. It will work together for good.
It will.
It will work. And whilst you're going through it, sometimes it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Only in retrospect, when you think about it, you're like, oh, maybe that's why I went through this. Or I went through this and then I learnt this. And then this then helped me when I then got to this stage of my life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mental health wise, how is 2024 and what's 2025 looking like?
Mental health, I think 2024 was...
Mentally, what did it do to you?
Because you have so many facets of your life that are going on at the same time.
Yeah.
One might be up there and then another might be down here. And you have to kind of balance them out. So I think for me, the breaks were good.
Yeah.
Right? At the beginning of the year, I took a break. Mid-year, I took a break. And then in these past few months, I feel like really I've been having a break.
Rest.
I've been resting.
Yeah.
And it's been good for me because I reflect on the things that aren't so good that I have to work on.
Yeah.
Like, because I've had this rest and I've had time to reflect and think of it, I know the things that I'm struggling with. And I have an idea of what I want to work on in terms of my mental health in 2025 to help the way I think about things and how I process things.
Okay.
So mental health wise, wellness, I think I'm in an interesting phase of understanding that I'm not 100%, understanding where I might not be getting it right.
Yeah.
And then trying to figure out which steps am I going to take to improve in those areas. Yeah. But what has been the year been like for you mentally?
Mentally, I would start with the therapy part of things. Like I started the year, it was beginning of the year, right? When when I did therapy
Yes.
for some time. Yeah. So I started the year by seeking a professional.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Guys, if you can afford therapy,
Do
do
it.
it.
Yeah. It helps. It helped me, and also it gave me this drive to work on myself and to try and improve myself, and also to let go
Okay.
of certain things, because I think mentally I was at that point where I was feeling drained, but getting into therapy helped me to let go of some of the things, stop feeling bad of the things that didn't work out. There's a reason why it didn't work out. Healing and working on what can be improved.
Whilst you're on that, can I say something? Guys, a safe lounge has helped me.
Me too. That was the next thing. That's what I wanted to
really
say. I wanted
has
to
helped me
I think
mentally.
it's been more beneficial to me than it has been. I don't know, but then
There are things that I have spoken about on the safe lounge, which I had not spoken about to many people, and even just
in
the
my
thought,
wildest dreams, I wouldn't have spoken about them.
and
Yeah.
even the thought of some of the things that I've shared here, the thought, just thinking about them would get me in tears. But I shared it here, and it's been a healing process.
That's what I mean. Like, you feel like you're letting
This is
go.
getting
Like,
me
you're
emotional.
getting healed. That's what I wanted to say. Like, mentally, I think the safe lounge has been. It has been. I don't want
I
to
want
then
to cry.
compare it, because they need to be like, no, but we're not professionals, right? But then the safe lounge has been more healing to me than all the therapy and counseling that I've had.
Guys, letting it out helps.
No, it does.
That helps.
It does. And also understanding a different point of view. And just that, I think, yeah, it has helped. And for 2025, there's still a lot of healing, because what 2024 did was more like setting a foundation. Like, it has opened my eyes to areas where I need to work on, things
Yeah.
that I need to improve on. But 2025, I think it's the year that I would want to really build on that, to really see the change. And not just be like, okay, I have daddy issues, so what?
Yeah.
Or I have rejection issues, then what? Like,
I
now that
propose.
I have realized that
Yeah.
it's there, 2025 has to be the year that we work on it.
Yes,
to get
I
better, to
propose
heal.
that you join us as we grow
Yes.
on the safe lounge.
Yes.
Join us on this journey.
There is something that my
of
therapist
growing
said.
together. Yeah.
She said that emotional healing, just like any other sickness, she thoroughly believes that you can be completely healed. You don't necessarily have to be in therapy all your life. It's just like any other disease, any other sickness. It might go on for some time, but you get healed eventually. And when she said that, it did strike something in me that no matter how big it seems like, you can heal. Like, you really can be whole. You really can heal completely from it and be a new person, and forget that once I had a car accident and I broke my bones and I couldn't walk, but now I'm walking, right? It's the same thing. You could have had rejection issues for 30 years of your life, but then in your 31st year, you just found healing and you got better.
And
it'll be a
sometimes
thing of
it's
the
not,
past.
because it's not a thing that you can see physically, right? This is a mental thing, or sometimes an emotional thing. But sometimes, so because you cannot see that on this skin it is completely healed, there are no more marks, my skin is back to its natural color.
Yeah.
But you see the growth in the things that used to make you react, the things that used to trigger you, they don't trigger you anymore. Or the things that would have triggered you and you'd have reacted another way, now you have the tools to react, to think of it another way, to react in another way.
You can
And
even
that
see that
in
I'm
itself
triggered.
is growth.
You can even see that, okay, like now it's happening and you can stop it. Which is,
That is growth.
that's growth.
Yeah. So we celebrate the small milestones.
Mentally, we've been good, I guess. There's growth in that area. And spiritually, how has it been?
Yo. This year, I don't want to lie. This year, spiritually, for me, has been something. Yeah, it's been a journey.
It's been a journey. I was listening to this girl, and she was on this podcast, and she was like, I thought my relationship with God was
Solid.
or we were in a good space up until she snapped over something, and then she realized, nah. no. And I was thinking, for me, I would say spiritually, yes, 2024 came with a lot of spiritual growth, but then it was more of forced growth. I feel like God put me in certain situations in 2024 to test me. You know that verse that talks about the trials, then building up your character. I think that was 2024 for me spiritually. It was like a forced build up. Like, okay, so once you are in this situation, what are you going to do? You think you pray. You think you got this. You think because when things are going okay, you think your spiritual life is okay.
Yeah.
But then when you face trials, when you face stumbling blocks, that's when you really see. That's when your faith is really put to test, basically.
And also another thing could be, as a year gets to an end, you could have things that you were praying for, or things that you've been praying for years, right? And it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Or you were praying for it at the beginning of the year, and you were saying, by this time in the year, I want this to have happened. And it hasn't happened. And then you are at the end of the year and you're like, dang, another year again. And I have to keep praying for this again. So that, I think, there are times when you have to encourage yourself. There are times where you need people around you to lift you up.
Yeah.
You need to have a good social system. If it's friends, if it's family, you need to have people who will be able to stand by you and lift you up when you can't do it yourself.
Yeah.
And there are times when really all you can do is to say, God, I'm here.
Yes, I am.
Help me. Help me. And that's a prayer in itself.
As we're wrapping up the spiritual part of things, when I was in the thick of things during this year, that's the time that I received brand new tongues. You know, the one time I finished praying, right? I started laughing.
Oh.
Like, really now?
Yeah.
That's when I realized that really sometimes when you're going through things, you're actually growing, but you don't know. And you don't see it.
I think it's a C.S. Lewis. I think that says, God speaks, but then says, but he shouts in our pain.
Yeah.
That when you go through the most, sometimes that's when you then really get a revelation, because you tend to then not rely on yourself.
Yeah.
And you have to listen more to what he's saying and
because
to his word.
He's the only one who's got your back.
At the end of the day, he truly is. It truly is.
Well, physically,
I think the year, for me, physically, I think the year has ended on a goodish note, because for the last a month or so, I was a bit consistent.
Yeah, you have.
With exercise.
That's
except when I am here in this house.
But at least we have done some workouts, right?
Yeah, but you feed me like crazy.
I think that's my problem. You know what? Like, I noticed when I was running, when we went for an outing, right? when I was running, when I was doing the relay.
Yeah.
I noticed that I'm actually physically, I am fit.
Oh,
But it's
wow.
because I eat a lot, because we have a
You have
professional
an
chef
in-house chef.
that we stay with.
We appreciate you, chef.
And it's quite unfortunate, right? Like,
No, I will not count my fortunate blessings and count them as unfortunate. No, I fully
Okay,
appreciate
it's quite
the good things and the good food that I get to have.
yeah, but then it's, for me, it ends up being counterproductive, because in as much as I joined the gym, got a gym membership, intermittent fasting, all those things in a row, the food keeps coming. So it's like every calorie I burn, everything keeps coming. But yeah, but physically, I think I'm good. You remember when I was telling you that I ran to the bus?
Yes.
And I got there and I felt normal. Like I wasn't panting or anything like that.
That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
That's
So
a huge
that's
thing.
when I realized that maybe physically I didn't shed as enough weight as I wanted. But then I'm at that
You're
point
fit.
where I have become fit.
Okay.
Or at least I'm starting to get back the fitness that I had what is it called? Prepartum? Okay, before giving birth.
Thank you. Stick to the normal English. English is not our first language.
But yeah, you get it. And
But anyway, we're doing all of this, guys, not just so that, you can listen to us going through a breakdown of our year, but you can also do a
the
self-evaluation.
same, yes.
How did you do physically?
And give yourself
How
some
did you
grace,
do
like what we're
Yes,
doing. Like you
yes.
can look at me and listen to me saying that I'm fit. You can look.
Give
you
yourself
can see me.
grace.
Give yourself some grace. If we can do it, you also
can also do it.
And 2025, let's get our accountability partners. Let's set our goals on time. Let's not wait until the year has started to start planning the year.
Mm-hmm.
We have this
few
weeks
yeah,
left to just plan and yeah.
Apart from enjoying the festivities of the season, being grateful for, where we are, where God has taken us from and where we are now.
Yeah.
We hope you plan, you have good planning sessions, that you plan realistic things. Don't plan things that are out of this world, that you can't achieve. Plan the things that you can achieve. And I can't wait to have you guys in 2025. I think it's going to be such a journey. It's going to be wonderful.
It is.
2025 is going to be a blast.
We are starting
on this show in particular.
We are starting 2025 by keeping our promise that we're going to be having guests.
I'm so excited.
2025 is going to be great. It's going to be loaded. But guys, help us achieve more subscribers, as we have asked before.
500.
500, just 500. And then we can continue, and then we'll set a goal for 2025 first quarter. 2025 will be setting quarterly goals, and we'll be reviewing them as well.
This was fun, guys. Thank you for spending time with us. Thank you for all the feedback. We can't wait for 2025. If you have a topic that you want us to talk about, for the guys who have been giving us topics, we've been noting them down. They're coming. The episodes are coming. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, thank you so much. I wish you love, light, and a happy 2020. Happy, prosperous 2025. And yeah, may the Lord bless and keep your families.
Amen.
Happy holidays.
Bye for now. See you next year.
See you in 2025. Woo!
It's a wrap.
2024 is gone. It's bye for now.